Hi and welcome to another video update of Dividends Daily, the channel that shows you the progress of a dividend growth portfolio. This is the first video for 2022 and sadly also the last one. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're just getting started here. For the new viewers, in this channel I'm sharing with you my journey and my progress through what is called dividend growth investing, aka passive income generation, growth and maintenance. This is going to be a long journey, or at least I hope so. When I say long, I mean at least 10 to 15 years. March 2022 will mark 2 years since I decided that dividend investing was the way to go. Awesome. Only 13 more years left to go. Remember not to seek any financial advice from this channel. I expect you to be mature enough to know that no one in this world cares more about your financial well-being than you and only you. So act responsibly. As the title mentions, in this episode we will do a quick 2021 review by covering topics such as the total dividends made in December 21, the total dividends made for complete 2021 and how does that compare to my prediction. I will show you which holdings paid me the most in 21, and last but not least, how did my portfolio perform for the year 2021 compared to the S&P 500. So let's get started. In this screen you can see the companies that paid me dividends in December 2021 as well as the amounts for each payout after removing 15% US tax. The ranking goes from the biggest amount to the smallest, with the biggest being $5.58 from ExxonMobil, which I have recently sold off completely for some profit and placed that money on Chevron instead. December brought in a total of $43.9, which makes it the second highest paying month for 2021. Next up, the highlight of this review, the total dividends made for the year and how far off my prediction was. So for 2021, I made a total of $438, always after 15% on US taxes, and a total of $13 in custody fees that has been already removed. And how does that compare to my prediction? Well, that means that I managed to beat my $380 prediction for the year by $58. And that is to show three things about my approach. I'd rather be realistic and maybe even a bit pessimistic with my expectations. Smaller but more frequent wins will keep me motivated for longer. And the most important one is the actual reason why I decided to add the prediction at the very beginning of the year, which was to prove mainly to myself that even though the market moves are completely unpredictable, dividend investing remains way more predictable and a shoulder I can lean on. The reason why that is very simple. Companies can't fake dividends, or at least not for too long. Either they keep generating revenue in order to keep paying some back to the shareholders, or they don't and they are forced to cut it. That's simple. A lot of cake was served in 2021 and in many different sizes, with the 5 biggest being $28.22 from LTC Properties, a monthly payer that I consider a riskier investment, $22.14 from ExxonMobil, which I won't be getting any dividends from as I sold it completely and moved that money plus profits into Chevron, even though Chevron has a slightly lower yield but it has a better free cash flow, $17.32 from Simon Property Group, $12.19 from Verizon Communications, and in 5th place, it's impressive to see AT&T with $11.72, even though I sold it all in the middle of the year and moved that money into Verizon. So yeah, there you have the top 5 companies that paid me the most within 2021. I'm curious to see how this top 5 will look like for 2022. And now we're moving on to the reason why I'm mostly proud of my portfolio. What you're looking at is the story I posted on the Instagram account the last day of 2021, right after the market closed on Friday the 31st of December. And what it shows is the complete 2021 yearly performance of my portfolio versus the S&P 500. I must also remind you that 2021 was the first complete calendar year I have been invested after starting in March 2020. I managed almost 31% return on my portfolio, while the S&P almost 29%, both including dividends reinvested, which means I outperformed the market for 2021 by 2%. Do I find this fact important? Actually yes, knowing the small percentage of investors that manage to beat the market. And also because the focus of the portfolio is to grow my passive income through dividends and not directly to outperform the market. Let me know in the comments if you also use the S&P 500 for benchmarking. Can I do it again this year? Maybe. 2021 has been an incredible year for the markets, but no one knows what 2022 will look like. There is one thing that I will try to predict though. Yep, you guessed it. The total dividends I expect to make for complete 2022. But that will be part of the next episode. So go ahead, subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss it. Before I close the episode, I would like to go quickly through two big updates from Revolut. The first one being the launch of Revolut's bank and that we now have the option to have our deposits transferred to it, which as they put it, it means better protection as the insurance covers amounts up to 100,000 euros. And it also means that this will allow them to offer even more products in the future. Let's see what they're coming up with. Moving to their next update, I believe most of you using the app haven't checked the website version yet, or even if you have, most probably it was before the big updates they launched in the end of December, as now we are able to check our portfolio, buy and sell stocks from our desktop. Still some way to go as it is missing analytics and perhaps some nice portfolio filtering options, but I guess they will get there if there is interest in it, and the bigger screen sometimes makes things easier. So that was all for now. Make sure you check the links in the description, and if you haven't subscribed, I might take it personally.